Hi, my name is Diana, and we are here with Newton's third law of motion. This is the part E, and for the first slide, we have the additional facts. So I have Robert Goddard built the first liquid fuel rocket. Rocket works by pushing gas downwards to move upwards. Staging helps rockets get lighter and speed up. For additional facts, I have small changes in rocket mass makes a big difference in acceleration. I didn't realize how important weight is in rocket design, and I would like to learn how rockets speed up as they burn fuel. Overall summary, this project helped me to understand Newton's third law better. The rocket example made action and reaction forces easier to see. Easiest part was understanding the idea. Hardest part was actually making the problem, like my own problem. And most surprising is how realistic numbers change acceleration a lot. Yeah, thank you.
Hey y'all, it's me, Jasmine again. Today I'm gonna tell y'all about some additional facts about Newton's third law and what interests me about this whole entire project. Okay, so some additional facts that did y'all know Newton's third law is used in our everyday life. For instance, when we're swimming, any sport activities, when we're driving, anything. Just basically, if you think about it, anytime you do something and it has a you like with two things, like for instance when a car hit each other, every action is cause for a reaction, because just like when you're swimming and playing basketball, all that. That's, I'm telling y'all, every day. And I did not know that. um Also, just to let y'all know that I didn't know Mr. Garfield Lisenberg, he helped develop calculus and mathematics with Sir Isaac Newton. So that was kind of a thing I didn't know. Some additional interests that I found surprising, like I just said, like our everyday life. So basically what I put, like jumping, swimming, breathing, everything. I thought the law would be just like one object pushing on another, but actually it's way more than that, way deeper than that. And I did not know that. And I think I would like to invest in more like athletes and everything, just to see how action and reaction working when I'm watching. Like for instance, I'm gonna go to a football game. I can watch the football game and recognize Newton's third law. Basically, overall, this project helped me understand Newton's third law. I learned more than I really expected. I really thought, honestly, it was just like a simple process, like simple thing, like every action is cause for a reaction. But honestly, it goes deeper than that. It helps us with GPSs, cars, all that stuff. So you just basically things that we use in our daily life. Also, yeah. And that concludes my project today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carly, and today I'm going to be talking about Part E of Newton's third law of motion. These are my group members, and we are in Elementary Physics 1105. And I am majoring in health sciences. Newton's third law shows that every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force, and this applies to everything. Rockets launching in space, people walking, balls hitting bats, and even birds and planes flying by pushing air downward. Newton also made huge contributions to science beyond this law. He developed universal gravitation, helped invent calculus, studied light and color, and built the first practical reflecting telescope. He interacted with many important scientists of his time, including Robert Hooke, Edmund Halley, Christian Hughes, and John Flamsteed, who influenced or challenged his work in physics, math, and astronomy. I found it really interesting that Newton's third law applies even when objects don't touch, like with magnets or gravity, and that it shows up in everyday things like walking, flying, or even a tiny insect landing on a leaf. I was also surprised that recoil in guns or fireworks is just the reaction force at work. I expected to only review the basic equal and opposite forces idea, but ended up learning how the law connects to sports, rockets, space travel, and engineering. If I had more time, I'd investigate unique experiments that show action-reaction forces, how engineers use the law in robotics and technology, and how it works at the microscopic level with tiny particles. This project went well. I was able to research Newton's third law, collect clear examples, and organize everything neatly. The most important part was understanding that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and realizing how often this law appears in both everyday life and scientific situations. The easiest parts were finding simple examples like walking or jumping and explaining them with visuals. The hardest parts were understanding more technical ideas, especially how the law works in space or at very small scales. What surprised me the most was how universal the law is and how much it connects to the other physics concepts like momentum and energy. The Britannica website was useful because it clearly explained Newton's laws in a way that made them easy to understand, and it included real-life examples that helped me connect the laws to everyday situations. It also provided helpful background and historical context about Newton's work. Since Britannica is a trusted and reliable source, it made my project stronger and more accurate, and overall it gave me a lot of solid information to use for my project. And these are my citations. Thank you so much for watching.